Okay, so welcome back to Goomady's Coins and Banknotes, and today we are looking at the second part of the second Cruzeiro series of coins that were issued in Brazil. So in 1978 they had these coins in circulation, although with inflation being quite high in 1978 inflation was about 150%. So that was quite high, and it was the highest to date, with the second highest being 1964 at about 100%, nearly close to 100. So, and inflation didn't get any better. So, pretty much these three coins were probably no longer issued in circulation. Now, I don't have any exchange rates for this time period, but the Cruzeiro started off being about $2 to $1. So this time period would have been a lot higher. So in 1979, they issued a smaller 1 Cruzeiro. They did have a larger 1 Cruzeiro issued beforehand, but that stopped being issued in 1976. And the first coin was this one. So we have two mint marks on the side of the date, and behind the actual numeral we have lines, and they change for every denomination. And also on the other side of the coin we have a plant. So this one has sugarcane, which is a major crop in Brazil. So that's the first coin that was issued in 1979. In 1980 they issued a 5 Cruzeiros. And this one, as you can see, the lines are a bit different. And on the back we have, looks like coffee. So, and these are all minted in Brazil. Also, 1980 we had the 10 Cruzeiros, which was issued. And as you can see, it has hatch lining behind the actual denomination. And this coin, well, where is it? So this coin has a map of Brazil with the major arterials, so the major freeways and the highways that go along the actual place. So if you're not too sure where the Amazon is, the Amazon's this region in Brazil here, which is pretty low lying, has large rivers that are not really fast flowing. Okay, then in 1981 they issued the 20 and the 50 Cruzeiros. And these were all minted up until, were they all minted to 1986? Okay, the 1 was minted to 1984, the 5, 84, the 10, 20 and 50 were minted to 1986. So these are actually quite large coins. So the 20 has a church, and this one is the Church of St. Francis of Assisi. And the 50 has a map of Brasilia, so the capital of the country. So that's what those two coins have. Okay, so as for the specifications, we have the 1 Cruzeiro starting at 20 millimeters, 2.8 grams, and they each increase 2 millimeters. So we got 20, 22, 24, 26 and 28 millimeters, so it's 2 millimeters difference. And this one is 27, so it's the diameter is actually different than the previous coins. So this one is 2.8 grams, 4.56 grams, 5.3 grams, 6.1, and then we have 6.35. So the weight does correspond with the actual diameter of the coin. Now as for mintages, they're all pretty highly minted. So this 1979 minted of 596 million for the 1 Cruzeiros. And the key date for the 1 Cruzeiro is 1983 with 100,000. So all the rest should be common. Should be able to buy all this for like $1 or $2 The 5 Cruzeiros, no key date. The last mintage is 82 million for 1981, and this one 1988 is a mintage of 388 million. The 10 Cruzeiros, also no key date. 1982 had 331 million, and their last mint was 1986 with 39 million. The 20 is also quite common, with the lowest mint of 26,840,000 for 1986. There's also an 85, 86 on all these coins. They reduce the actual weight of the coin, so the thickness is changed. And the 50 Cruzeiros, once again, the lowest mint is 86 with 52,580,000. So, and once again, 40, 10, 20, and 50. The 1985-86 had a reduced weight. Now the second issue that they put into circulation was, if I can find them again, issued in 1985 and 86, and that was the smaller 100, 200, and 500. These were issued only in 1985 and 86, and these all have just the coat of arms or the emblem of Brazil, which you can find information on Wikipedia all about that. So these are all steel coins, and basically because they issued these ones, these coins would have fallen out of circulation. No, all these coins were demonetized in 1986 when they revalued the currency to the cruzado at 1,000 to 1. So basically this one became the 1 new centavos. But okay, so as for the specifications, this one's 17 millimeters. Then we have 19 and 21. So obviously there's 2 millimeters difference. And we have 2.05, 2.55 and 3.65 grams. Now as for the mintages, these are all pretty common. So 1986 for the 100, 97 million, which is the lowest mintage for that coin. The 200, lowest mintage is 54,830,000 for 86. And the 500, the lowest mintage is 1985 with 74 million. So these are pretty common. Really, I wouldn't pay over $3 or $4, I'd say $4 for any of these coins. And I prefer to pick these up for $1 or $2. So, I hope this helps you with your Brazilian coins. So, now why was inflation high? Well, they had price freezes. They had wage freezes. They tried to get the economy off the ground, but because it was pretty much a planned economy, basically, or they tried to anyway, and they had high tariffs. So it gets really complicated. There's a good article on Wikipedia about it. But basically a lot of the information is in Portuguese, so if you can't read the language, you probably miss out on a lot of the history. So these banknotes that were issued in the 1970s stopped being issued in 1980, but I would say they would have still been in circulation, because it doesn't seem, even though the population was 122 million, there's probably not enough coins to satisfy the actual market. And these are quite nice banknotes. So we'll do another video once I get the whole set of those. Anyway, let me know what you think of the series. I think it's quite boring. So basically, that's the second currency that Brazil, actually no, the third currency that Brazil had. So this is the second Cruzeiro series. Then there's the first Cruzeiro and the Reis. So basically, Brazil still exists, even though it's had various currencies. Anyway, thank you very much. Have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time, and take care.